Hello, let's take a look at the phase playing ARM vehicles on all that glitter front. So yeah, the starting build is okay. So not much to say. Not much to say here. It's good that you went for the solar when the wind is low. So yeah, what we have there. Some blitzes. Okay. And a constructor. Alright, so now you run out of energy, so that would be a good point to go for the solar, because you have some metal and you will probably stall on energy very soon when you just start making maxes anyways. And also, yeah, I wouldn't leave the base without any build power for the vehicle lab, because yeah, right now your lab is very slow, right? So I would just come back with commander to at least boost this constructor and then go away, because you don't have energy anyway, so you cannot really just go for these maxes already. Yeah, you are stalling already, maxes shut down. So yeah, it would be better to just slap some come back, slap some solars and assist this constructor to just get this done faster. Okay. Yeah, you really shouldn't just leave the vehicle lab without any build power, because you are already getting some metal floating. So yeah, it's not very good to just have it so slow, because it takes ages now to build units. And also, what I would recommend to build radar. This radar is okay, but yeah, I would slap one even somewhere there, just to because your units are here, and maybe something would sneak there. So yeah, it's always better to have a radar coverage of your base. Okay. Okay, so you went heavily into maxes. That's okay, I guess. But yeah, you would be much better spot if you had build power at your base right now, because you are just stuck kinda here. Alright. So the constructor is done. You're going for Janus. Okay. Yeah. If he walled himself off, my first thought would be to just immediately go to the side, to the other line, because I mean he cannot leave right now unless he self-destructs his walls. So you don't need army right there. You can immediately move and try to harass this and basically help out blue, because right now you are just fighting over the wall for no. I mean, it would be much easier, so just go flex to the other line. Okay. So yeah, you are floating a lot of resources, so you for sure need more build power at the base. 1-2 con turrets would be nice right there. Or I guess if you go for the front line, you could just make them here and just rebuild your vehicle lab right there to just get units faster, because it's actually a long drive for slower units. Okay, that's nice that green is helping out with units. So yeah, what are you looking at? Okay, some base. Okay, yes, I see you adding the constructor at your base. That's nice. Okay, I see the issue here, that your Janus really should be at hold fire. You really don't want them at fire at will, because you don't want to shoot them a tick when you are about to shoot commander, right? So just never leave them on fire at will. Okay. Your lab is idle, and you are overflowing resources. So yeah, you really need to focus on just peek at your resource bars, because if metal is high, it's even coming to the halfway, and then you really have to do something at your base. Yeah, these mines were very unfortunate. Kinda wrecked your push. But yeah, I guess this scum is gonna die anyways. Oh yeah, that was this, the Janus hit this, what was that? Whatever, this bot instead of a commander. So yeah, that's why you don't want them to add the fire at will. And yeah, the issue now is that you are really overthrowing everything, and and your base is basically idle. You are just focused too much on this situation at the front. It takes way too much time without looking at your base. And yeah, the thing is that you actually killed his commander, right? So that's not really time to just chill back there. You should move your commander. Like, there is no reason why he still has this max. You should just push there and like secure this spot, because you can just sit with commander right there and he cannot reveal it in any way. And so he cannot like move with tanks because you will just decant them. So you need to just move your commander more aggressively in this spot. Like, basically what green is doing. You should be like, if he's here, you could just go there, and you would probably could just push into the canyon, because like he has nothing because you just blowed up his commander. And you didn't even go to contest the Rex. So yeah, that's an issue in my opinion. Probably if your lab wasn't idle, you would have fuels. It would be different thing, but yeah, still like no reason to build wins with commander at this point when you have some fighting to do. Alright, so what we have here, some more constructors. Okay, so yeah, fixing your economy right now. Probably gonna get your T2 soon, so that's fine. Alright. Yeah, so at this point I would say you are playing too passively, because you had an advantage and basically you are just sitting here chilling while your team is fighting in front of you. Like, you really shouldn't use commander to build echo at this point. You should really stay here and don't let anyone just come into this position. Because basically having commander here blocks like assaults here, because they just cannot, not get decant. And also it would be a good idea to put some LLTs on the hills, so that at least you see that spiders are coming. You can easily build LLT and radars in these spots. So yeah, because at this point he could switch to the spiders and he will just kill all of that from the hills. Okay, are doing the T2. Fortunately, some idle constructors at the base. Yeah, it's always good to just make longer queues and like make sure to guard something with the constructors at the end, because then they kinda idling. Oh yeah, that's very unfortunate, because I don't think you wanted to reclaim your T2 max, right? Alright, so that was some skirmishing done. Okay. Yeah, you're going for the reclaim bots, that's good, because there's a lot of reclaim laying around. And yeah, at this point you really should add some more construction turrets at the front and build T2 lab on the front, because like you have this kinda secured, so there is no reason why not to build a lab right there. Okay. Yeah, you are upgrading your maxes pretty fast, that's nice, but yeah, it would be a good idea to slap fusion before you left with the constructor, because you are floating a lot of metal, so you could easily make a fusion, and yeah, you would be set for a while. And also you have, I think you have only one storage or two. You could add like 2 or 3 more that would nicely buffer you until you have a fusion. What's going at the base? Okay, you still didn't notice that you don't have T2. Unfortunately. So yeah, you are basically giving up this, but actually you should be sitting here. And that's better spot to defend, and you would just like easily could deny this max at least. Okay, yeah, the T2 lab at the base, I mean, it's okay, but yeah, I would advise to just make more counters at the front. Maybe not here, because it's kinda exposed, but even there, like somewhere there, it would be a better spot. I think that if you build here, then it's kinda hard to reach it from the, even if they build something at the... Oh, whatever. I mean, they wouldn't build a rattle probably at the hill, because that would be a problem. But yeah, much better to get the T2 lap forward, because I assume you're gonna get some starlights and they are pretty slow. Okay, so how is this push going? Actually pretty good. You got some reclaim, you got some... Yeah, that's actually a very good push. Yeah, but I think I wouldn't go that deep without the radar, because you are not seeing much. And yeah, I think this is echo player. Yeah, echo player coming with the ticks. So yeah, that's time to... yeah, so somehow like you could like... I guess they came with the... They came with the mammoth, so that's kinda ends this push for now. Because it's unfortunate that you didn't get this reclaim. You could probably, if not for this mammoth, you could handle it. Yeah, I really wouldn't rush into this mammoth. It's not a good time for that. And yeah, you are... That's... No, that's not gonna work. Just wait for the mammoth around the corner, because you don't have energy for such a walks. Alright, so yeah, you are floating. I think you are floating a lot of matter for most of the match. So you really should improve the spending of it. I mean, just, yeah, longer queues, just you could queue up whatever, I don't know, Jaguars probably would be a good idea, because he's spamming ticks and it would just completely like deny it. So yeah, because we're going straight for the starlights with like no support. I mean, just spamming starlights into tick spam, and that's not... I don't think that's a good choice right now. And yeah, you really have to fix your spend, because you're just floating so much resources. So basically you should have like, I don't know, 6 more counterets and makes maybe 2 fusions, and then just spam army, and you would probably could just push this. Because like resource wise you are in very good spot. But right now blue is alone against all of that, and that's gonna... Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you... Yeah, the starlights, in my opinion, were very... yeah, bad mistake in my... Because you're basically dying to spam here, and which counters starlights, so you really should go for the Jaguars instead. Yeah. And okay, and now it's... Yeah, and also you don't have any fusions, but you have starlights, which each cost 1000 per shot. So you're already out of energy, so you cannot even use them. And you are building the pulsar and the fusion and a starlight at the same time. So yeah, basically you are... and the counters, yeah, so you basically have 0 energy. So yeah, and that's what I think you rushed starlights too quickly. Okay. And the cloak fuses, I mean, they are nice, but yeah, I mean, cloak fusions are nice when you don't want to die randomly, but if you put a converters next to it, that's kinda defeats the purpose. So I would just a reminder to never build converters next to fusions, because they will just blow up so quickly. Okay, so you basically have stylized front. You really don't want to have them in such position because they can kill them very easily, right? I mean, there is no reason to be so close when you have like such long range. You need to move them much slower, like step by step. Make sure that everything is killed in the range and then move a bit forward. Like you are rushing them too hard. And yeah, you lost them way too easily. Alright, so fusion is done, that's nice. And you switch to bulls. I guess they should work. Honestly, I don't really play armed vehicles, so yeah. And yeah, blaming team is never good. Like it's the moment you start blaming the team is basically you just, it's like you want to lose, just saying. So that's not how you do it. Okay, so second fusion, that's a good idea. And yeah, you basically have enough stuff to just push this back easily. I guess it would be nice to add some anti-air, maybe 1 or 2 flags, because your air player is kinda passive. And yeah, I would just after this fusion I would just go for to rebuild your maxes, and you could easily hold this with some starlight bulls and ticks. You could I mean you could increase your tick production to have this covered. Maybe some jaguars to like counter his spam, and you would be in a very good spot. Okay. Okay, you are building maxes, that's very good. Okay. And yeah, it would probably be a good idea to try to resurrect all of that, because you have the lab. So it's much like easier, because there is a lot of good units like around you and your commander, so it would be a very good idea to resurrect all of that instead of just reclaiming. Alright, and your lab is AFK again, unfortunately. I mean, you are in position to, like, there is nothing here, right? So if you just keep produced unit, I mean, for example, jaguars, too, because there is basically only spam and some EMP bombers, so just jaguars. I mean, jaguars have anti-air, so you probably could just overwhelm it, because they really don't have much, right? You have a lot of resources and you are kinda set. So yeah, you just make units, make a ball, and just push them back. Alright, so what we have there? Okay, some more build power, okay. And third fusion is kinda good idea. Yeah, no, like at this point in the match I would really focus on resurrecting commanders, because the 1000 metal doesn't mean anything, to be honest, at this point, and you really need commanders. Okay, that's nice that you're thinking about anti-nukes. I would also slap the countermeasures to see the spy bots, so they don't EMP your army. That's also good to keep in mind, to have like one in the front, because it really helps. Okay, so that's a nice push, but yeah, they just have too much right now. And the rest is just letters kinda ruined it. Okay, you have a flag, that's nice. But yeah, unfortunately you're gonna just kill all your bulls. It's also a good idea if you see that you're gonna die here to your units, so they don't get reclaimed. But yeah, basically at this point it's very they are very have a lot of defenses here, and they have commander sitting around the corner, I guess here. So yeah, this spot is kinda hard to push right now. I would focus on the middle. I go with the blue, make sure that this is secure with some pork, like some pit bulls, maybe a pulsar at this point. Yeah. Okay. You went for the aircons. That's... I don't know. I'm not sure if you are in position to go for such build power, because like you spam aircons for build power when you don't have much space at your base, but you could just build like turrets here and you have a lot of space around them still. So yeah, that's way too early for that. I mean, you build this when you have like 6 A fuses and you don't have space around your turrets, right? Not just like instead of turrets. That's not a good idea. Unless you want to use them to build some pork at the front. Yeah. Actually, that could kind of work if you just put some, I guess, basilisks on the hills. I mean, you could just make anti-air flags everything here. So that could work, I guess. To get rid of these like stilettos and gunships on whatever is flying here, just make some flags. But yeah. Yeah, that's way too much, because we are just spending a bit power on the aircons, and yeah, A fuses, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Especially if you are like not... I mean, your front is not secured, you don't have like hard defenses. The blue is kinda also don't have anything set up, to be honest. So it's very risky to just go for A fuse at this point. Especially if you go with like aircons instead of just turrets, because it's just not efficient. And you have them on high priority, so basically you are spending all your resources on these A fuse, you are not making units anymore. Okay. So yeah, at this point I wouldn't do it. There's like no point, you're not gonna achieve anything just like throwing your units into the canyon. Because you have like no idea what is here, and probably there is a lot, yeah. Yeah, they have everything they need to just stop you. If you just walk there, it's basically metal donation. Alright. So you are, yeah, never convert this next wave, just saying. Okay, so yeah, the yellow is pushing pretty hard right now. And blue is basically dead. But he's, yeah. So that's the point where you really need to make units, because basically your front does not exist anymore. So yeah, now you should focus everything on units, because otherwise you are just gonna die. Okay, oh, that was, yeah, some unfortunate explosion in the canyon. You kinda let slips through razors. But yeah, this is an issue, there's a lot of ticks. So it would be a good idea to get some Junos to get rid of ticks at least, and some radars. And I guess Jaguars. Yeah, basically the comp you need here is the Jaguars and Starlights, and yeah, I'm not sure you are pinging it a lot, but you are making a fuse instead of units. So it's kinda, I would say kinda funny. Because you are making a fuse instead of units, but spamming this. So yeah, just keep in mind, like, you really should make units at this point instead of aircons and the AFUs. Alright. So yeah, that looks like that's gonna be it. Yeah. Let's see what they have. Yeah, blue has some Yeah, it could be held because blue has T3 and that should be enough, but unfortunately you didn't make any units. So yeah, that's kinda rough. I guess they covered for you. And yeah, R seems to going for the big bombing run, so yeah, not looking good. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's doable at this point because the canyon is dead. I mean, this got pushed back, but the other side just got killed instead. So yeah, that's just yeah, seems like the end. So yeah, the thing which I would say the main things to focus on are firstly, after you killed his com, you could be way more aggressive, and you would probably just could push in into the canyon right away, because you basically he had nothing here, so you could just like push him back, and because he teched to T2 kinda for free, but if you pressured him, he wouldn't be able to do that. So yeah, that would work much better. And another thing is that you floated a lot of metal for most of the match, so to add more build power at your base. And yeah, and I wouldn't leave base without build power at the start because it just made everything slower for you, right? And another thing, yes, you don't build Aphus when there is big army coming for your base because, you need units. And it could probably be like, I don't know if they would finish if you had units and Echo could focus on the canyon. Just keep in mind. So yeah, basically more units. I would say make more units, and because for the long time, like if you just produced unit and pushed with blue, you would probably just kill the 003 for kinda easily, because there wasn't much, and probably it would be much harder for them to push everywhere. If you would be right there, they would have to react to that. So yeah, just more units and more aggressively, and less blaming of the team. Yeah, that's my suggestions. All right, I hope that helped, and yeah, see you next time.